Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. So today video we are going to complete two page more. First is the about us page. So you've seen here, this is the image, and I think this is very simple Sanity setup. If you already follow up this video, I believe that you can do it by yourself. So this section's already been rendered by the component itself. This is like me, very handsome, huh? And so for this one, we also have few more view for the hero, and the next page is going to be the contact page. So this page we want to have in also a bit of content, heading the accepts and fill up the social. It's very simple ones. And so besides is the code, you can see is that this is the power page where we just use only to the data from these sanity, these sections and these sections, and also for the contact we only use the hero and the social component schema. So let's jump a little bit into the schema. So before you go into schema, I want to share you a bit of the sanity CMS, the content. So for the contact page, we have only the hero, so which is having the headings and the tagline, and then a bit of the image. So you can change image based on your want. And we also create a new schema type named social. So this one will also contain the text with illustrations array, but we will call it like socials. A lot of channel, you can see Instagram, Facebook, and inside of that we will have the headings, and we also have in this CTA for redirection the link. And this is for the contact. It's very simple one. And for the about us, it's also the same. So we have having the hero, so the hero is to have the headings and the tagline and then the image. And we also having the history, where you have a heading, a tagline, and then all the history array, which is the heading and the tagline itself only. Really simple, right? And I think this video going to be a quick, really fast to walk through how we're going to setting up the schema. So first thing, I want to jump into this query. So when you should go into the repo where I have been setting up, if you don't know where is this, you can go into my descriptions, have a look on this repository, and then go into the Tenet website, and you can choose the branch. So which is the current branch in this video going to be the contact us and about us dynamic. So we're already setting up the in the sanity folder. All right. And alright, so let's go into the coding sections. First thing, when we create a new page, you guys need to create a bit of few schema that we have not been used somewhere else. For example, we have the history, right? So we need to create a history type. So what going to happen inside of the history? So the history going to be very simple ones. So we're going to have the heading, tagline, CTA, and also array of the text with illustrations. That is the components that contain only text and image, where I have been sharing all over the series. And back into the history, when you already finished the history type, remember to register into the index file of the sanity schema, where you see that we have history type here. And the second one we go into also having is the socials type. So in the social type, it will be exactly the same. The history type, we just changing the name into the social and the social type. Also remember to register itself, or also the register the social type as well. Alright, so after we have been registered, the next step we go into jump into the base type, and then we go into register two of the schema, we just we just code it out and then jump into the page builder, and you will go into register something like this. So you define the array member using the name and using the name as well, so and register. Okay, and what will happen when we doing that, when you hit save, you jump into the studio. When you create a new page, you will also can see in the page builder sections, you will see that where we add item, we will have the register and we will have the social schema we have been setting up on the right. All right, how simple is that? And that's it. That's it for these coding sections. And now we go into input a little bit informations into the page. So again, so this page is very simple. We just have the headings, the image, and the tagline, and also the CTA, and also with the history. So I already share the way we're going to using the content. So you guys can pause the video and you guys can practice it and try to play around with it. The next step I will going to share with you that we go into query two of the page. So first thing, we want to go into the about page. So you can create one file about us.ts in the query folder, and you can code exactly the same with the way we fetching these the fitness, but feel free to using the name you want. So in this episode, I'm going to use very basic name that we want to get about us page, and we want to target into this about us. So what you can see is that it is the slot that we targeted, and we also use the same format that we fetching the hero, and we also fetching the history based on the history we register. So we go into fetching exactly the same way. We go into fetching exactly the same way we have been setting up on the right. So first we have the history here. So our history going to be returned in kind of the array in here when we use the history schema. All right. So after we have been setting up the schema, now we're going to use these functions into the about page. So when you jump into the about page, you see that I call in the functions in the top of the components, and we use the hero and the history data where we asking for return in here, hero and the history data on this side. And after that, we go into render out the data outside the components. So if you have followed this tutorial, you will see that this is the consistent the way to implement the data from the Sanity that I have been inputted. So feel free to try to play around. For this case, it's also pretty friendly, and you just need to facing out the information that we want, like the video in here. And the last one, we go into also that we want to render the history, where you can see this is the right. And when we change a little bit something in the history page, I believe that we also history here. So when we change something in here, it's also showing up on the outside. You gotta remember to hit publish, and if you not see, just try to reflect it. And let's see, so we have the tennis already rendered in. So this is for the heading, and then beside that we have the tagline in this one, these sections. And for the history, we go into map out the components, the array that we have been setting up in the Sanity, and also render out the informations. And feel free to use TypeScript in this sense. So this one is very simple page. So that's it for this about us. And the next step we go into fetching is the contact page. So for the contact page, it's very simple that we go into create a query functions from the contact sanities that we want to return in the data into the query folder, and we want to use the formula of the same way we fetch in all the page that we target into the the slot, that is the contact, and we return the hero as we want. First is the hero sections, and the second one is the social data. So when we return into the hero and the social, we also to jump into this contact page, and in here you see that I fetching out the data is the hero and the social as well. The way we name it in here, we go into fetch it out into the components. Okay, I think this is clear. And from the components, we go into render out also the same way with the one we used to done with the other page. So in the social, we're going to map it out from the components. So this is the one, the social links we want to create it. So you see that this is not jump in the way we want. So let's see, is it something wrong in here? So it's supposed to be so is the heading is correct? Okay, so we're going to log it out. Let's have a look on that. So we had a leading okay, so alright, so I think we have not been returned the CTA in the correct way. So let's jump into this contact us. Okay, so the CTA we returns is the link. CTA is link. Alright, so let's check on this. So we have the CTA in here. Okay, alright, so for the link in this end, we just need to return only the CTA like this one. And when we remove the link in here, that I believe that in this sense we're going to see the data here. So we have the link already, and inside of this inside of the components, we go into target into the link like this one, because it's the only that we don't have in that in this TypeScript. So we need to replace the CTA into the link. So I think this is good. And if we click in that, it should be rendered into our see that we have different things. By the way, thank you guys for supporting the channel. I've been grinding to up the subscriber into the number as we want. Thank you guys a lot for this support. And for this one, so I think that is the complete one for the social, I believe. And the next step, we're going to be build the functions and the API with the node mail to send the email to the owner when we have new people want to message us to the website. Alright, I think that's it for this video. It's really fast because the site is pretty simple. And thank you guys for stay to the end. Hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. See you guys in the next episode.